Are you a person who has enterprise, or are you a person who does not have enterprise? Unemployment is there because there is no enterprise in people. We know of a word called self-employment. What is the relevance of this word if we are seeking some welfare schemes or we are seeking for somebody else to employ us? It's important for people to have enterprise in them. We need to have a broad-based understanding of social living. What is society? So in a society, there are so many diverse kind of activities, and each activity requires skills, competencies. So if we broad base our skill set and competencies, then there is no reason why we should be unemployed. Do you know some statistics says that the people who are least educated are not in the unemployment list because they find something to do. They find some handiwork to excel in. They become carpenters, they become welders. Whereas people who have studied a lot, who has perhaps become attuned or accustomed to a specific academic stream, they are unable to have enterprise, they are unable to set their hands at any other kind of job. Therefore, we have unemployment because there is no enterprise. An enterprising personality will find something to do in the society. See, society has all kinds of people, and not a specific profession or a specific skill or talent is valuable at all times. So we need to reinvent ourselves and find where are we good at, or what is the usefulness from us that's required at that point of time. What is the utility that's required from a person at that point of time. So similarly, in a society, we need a lot of caregivers, people who give care to each other, who cares for other people, volunteering their services in hospitals, volunteering their services to keep the city clean. So if you find an activity to do, and if you have enterprise, automatically it's very wise for you to train yourself in that specific activity that is required, and to train yourself to volunteer your services and to get a domain expertise in that specific activity. Once you excel in that activity, you become enterprising and resources flow in, and you come out of the list of unemployed people. If I choose to be a caregiver in the society, and if I choose to be a support service to other people who needs my care and attention, perhaps elderly, perhaps people who require some nursing care, or even some children who likes to who needs additional tutelage in a specific academic subject. So if you can contribute your talent and time into the society to enrich society as a whole, then when you are requiring a welfare, when you are requiring help comes your way. You need not be worried or anxious what's going to happen to you if in case you provide free services in society building. So it is very important to find an activity to do. It is very important to enskill yourself in various things to do, many handiworks. We do not have adequate number of vocational training centers in India. There is a mood to escalate all of us into a classless society or one-class society. But devoid of skill, this may not be a complete model, because we will have somebody who has no skill hoping for or wishing for access to all the amenities and all the luxuries or all the comforts as much as is for a person who is very competent. But this kind of class equalization may not be a complete model, because even though if everybody has to be in the same class, people have to be skilled, very skilled and competent in respective field. So a classless society or one class society with no skill in people may not be a complete model. So it's very important for us to, each of us, to train ourselves in various skills, various skill sets. India needs over 2 million people who are skilled in various handiworks, masonry, welding, to build infrastructure in the infrastructure industry, perhaps even the banking industry, many industries, in hospitality industry. We need very skilled people. But we do not have that training centers, and neither are young people seeming to be very eager to train themselves in certain streams which are not considered mainstream. This is another misnomer. Just like it's a misnomer about unemployment, there's a misnomer about mainstream work, mainstream activity. Hairdressing was never a mainstream activity, or becoming an expert in manicure and pedicure was never a mainstream activity. But today, they are respectable jobs because it's a very big society and many kind of services are required by people. Now, when you start having dignity of labor, then you find that the services you are good at providing has its own dignity. There's no need for you to switch from what you are good at doing and then switching over to something that people consider as mainstream. This word unemployment and mainstream jobs needs to be tweaked. Unemployment is because of lack of enterprise, and mainstream jobs are because there is lack of understanding of dignity of labor. So the solution will be for all the people to become more enterprising, find something alternate to do while you are not fitted yet into a specific job slot. And if you have enterprise, if you have skill, you will find something to do. If nothing works, at least become of social use in society building, take care of elderly, give education to those who do not have it. Maybe you can become a fitness coach by yourself if you just opt to teach people how to get fit, how to stay fit. Dietary habits, these are all much in use because a lot of people are deviating from healthy living. So if you can become a fitness expert, wellness expert, or even support service personnel for a hospital, or even a volunteer for keeping your area environment clean. I know of a story of a 75-year-old, a very poor person in his old age. He just set out to collect unused yet new medicines from all the houses. A lot of people take a lot of medicines, but they do not consume it. So he would recollect all of them and then settle it in a dispensary, in an official dispensary, from where the poor people can get medication free of cost. Now he has been doing that for a few years, and now he has become very popular in his community, and everybody calls upon him to donate their unused medicines. This is almost turning out to be a multi-crore job for him to do, though he is doing it free of cost. So this person in his 75 years of age, he is not considered to be unemployed. He is finding some use for him in the society. And also people want to feel needed. So it's very important to be of care to people. Find some activity to make yourself feel needed in the society and learn to create a good society. In that way, you become a volunteer. You do not have the anxiety of a welfare scheme in your old age or when you're sick. And you can tweak the meaning of the word unemployment and mainstream jobs.